Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Welcome back to Geek from Ghana. And I'm sure the last time we had so much fun actually learning on command prompt. It's good sometimes to actually throw it back. And like I said, that was the first in our series on batch scripting. So today we actually be going to be starting with an actual batch file. So we're going to be creating a batch script, and we're going to be doing that with Notepad. Yes. So most of us are used to Visual Studio Code. We're used to Android Studio and everything. But how about today we throw it back and then actually have some tutorials in our Notepad? So basically, what we're going to try to do is to create a script that checks our network. Okay, so to make sure that our network is up and running. So for example, you're an IT admin and then you need a file that would always be or routinely be pinging in the office to actually make sure that your internet is not down and everything. So it helps you to be proactive in the way you actually work as an IT admin, is what I'm saying. So we're going to start off by actually creating variables, which is something we did not do in our previous tutorial. So you're going to say set. Set is the keyword actually to create variables when you're doing bash scripting, especially in command prompt or in Windows. So you're going to say set and then the variable name. We're going to call it websites. And just to make sure that we're not just testing one website, we're going to be creating an array. Okay, in other programming languages, there's different syntax, but then with what we are doing today, bash scripts, you can simply create it by doing set, the name of the variable, and then this is how you do it. So youtube.com. Okay, and then I'm going to do netflix.com. Probably let's ping Instagram as well. um yeah, then finally Google. Okay, cool. All right, so we've created an array of websites, and then we should have a place where we can log our response to. So we're going to be logging it to a flat file or a txt file. So we're going to create another variable which basically would give us the path. Okay, so we're going to name it log file. Basically, yeah, that's fine. Log file works. And I'm going to say equal to, this is the path I am going to use. You can use a different path, okay, for your use. So I'm going to say ghho, and then I'm going to put it in my contacts because I basically have a very free folder. Netrest, and then I'm going to give it the tst. Good. So this is going to be the path for my file where I'm going to be logging the response to. So now, how do I write to my file? So the first thing I'm going to write to my file is a header. Okay, so I'm going to basically use the command echo. I think in the last tutorial we used echo to actually output something on our terminal, but then you can actually also use echo to add a line to any file of your choice. So we are going to do echo network log. Okay, and then just a second. Good. And then we're going to do percentage log file, sorry, log file, and then percentage. So basically what we're trying to say is that it should add this line. This should be our first line. It should write this line, which is network log, to this very file. Okay, so remember we've already created a variable for log file, so hence we're actually calling it. So to call a variable, you'd want to use this percentage, the name of the variable, and then percentage. Okay, cool. Then we're going to run a loop. So we're going to loop through our array and then ping all the IPs one after the other and then return the response. Okay, so you would use the keyword for, which I'm sure you probably are quite conversant with it. Okay, so for, and then you're going to do percentage, and then the placeholder I'm going to use percentage x. Okay, is a syntax, and then the array. So for placeholder in array, so the name of our array is websites, and I'm going to say do, and then I'm going to indent with a tab. Okay, so you can click on tab and then do echo testing. Remember, because we are looping through an array, we want to know which of the websites is being tested at that moment. So we're going to do testing, and then we're going to reference the placeholder. So we're going to do percentage x, and then we're going to say percentage log file. Sorry. Okay. And then finally, we're going to return the ping result. So like we saw in the previous tutorial, we're going to use ping and then ping. So remember, this is a placeholder. So if it's YouTube that's running first, it will be testing YouTube and then ping youtube.com. Okay, basically. Right. And then the response would be logged into the file. Okay, so finally, after we're done, we're going to say network echo network check done. Okay, so we're about done. So basically, just to wrap up again, a quick overview. So we actually created an array, so created a variable of the type array, and then we gave it this list of websites or IPs to ping, and then we created another variable that holds the location of our log file. Okay, and then we wrote the first line to it, which is a network log to this file location, and then we loop through the websites. And then the first thing that we did was to write testing and then the name of the websites that we're actually running to the log file again, and then to ping the IP itself and then return the response. And then once we're done with that, we'll do an echo to say that's what checked out. Okay, so let's save this. Now, in how you save it, please do make sure that you're actually saving it as a bat file. So you do .bat. Okay, whatever name you give it is fine, and then make sure you change the type to all files. Okay, so network check .bat. Okay, so I'm going to click on save now, and then that'll be it. So now that we are done, we are going to be running our batch file. So this basically is the batch file we just created. We're going to be running it to see if it actually does work. So you can simply double click, and then you should see your command prompt actually open just. And then we have a response here. So let's see if we got an error. Okay, so we got an error clearly. Basically, let's check it. Yeah, so guys, a quick correction before we continue. So this batch should actually have been just like we called the log file. So it should be percentage websites and then percentage. Okay, so sorry, percentage. Yep, and then you can save it, yes, before we actually start testing. So now let's run our batch file and then see if it's actually working fine. So let me pull this up so you can see. So it's done with the first two in our list. Okay, done with Google as well. Okay, so it seems like it's done. Let's see the response that we're getting. Voila, so we have it right here. So it tested YouTube and then it got response. So YouTube was up and running. Tested Netflix and Netflix was down as expected. Instagram got response and then Google got response. So this is actually saved in a flat file here. So we're going to end today's tutorial here, but before we even do that, let me quickly do something. Probably add this first line to your batch file. So you're going to do at echo and then off. And basically what this does is that it prevents your commands from being shown in the command prompt when you're running. So this is good practice. So let me show you the difference when it's running. I'm not sure I'm even editing the right file. Yeah, this is the file I'm supposed to be editing. Okay. So yes, basically on my first line, sorry, I'll be doing echo and then off, and then saving this. And then please do remember to close it before you run. Okay, so instead of seeing your commands actually displayed, you just see a blank screen like this. Okay, and once it's done, it will automatically close, and that's how you know it's actually done running. And this is best practice, so that if another user or something, you just don't know. You don't want other people seeing your code basically. And sometimes when you're running it, it's not good practice. So you basically would want your echo to be off so that it does not output your commands to the screen. Once this is done, you would see, yep, so it's done, and we got the same results as expected. So, catch you guys on the flip side. I would be coming back your way with another tutorial quite soon. So please watch out for that. I hope you've enjoyed. Please do like, share, comment, and subscribe. All right, see you guys.